on 1 second, guys. Just moving a bunch of stuff. Now let's do that. I'm dropping everything. Damn, today. Now I think we're good. Hello and welcome everyone. The countdown to our iteration of Countdown the Green. We have, if there's about an ETA on it, it was probably about 15 minutes, I would have to say, until the race. Hello, I am Aiden Johnson, ready to bring you the 4th round of the ARC schedule in St. Louis for Gateway, or known as WWT Raceway. We've seen a lot of interesting stories, and here I think will be no different. If we look at the 3 winners so far this season, 2 of them have been underdogs, and 1 of them was a guy you would expect to win. So what will we expect today? It's all over the place, and I'm ready for that. We're all ready for that.
I did not adjust my slide. I have no idea what I'm on. Somebody else was joining us.
Oh, you guys about to start quali, right?
Yeah, we're just starting. We're starting qualifying.
Alright, so they're just about to start qualifying, so again, it'll probably be at 8:30 when it really gets going. But that's why I'm here, to entertain us until that point. My phone is about to die, so I need to plug it in. But yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can find the stream. This time, I guarantee I already have an invite, so we won't have the thing that happened at Texas where I had to wait a whole stage to get an invite. We should be pretty fine. Texas was one of the longer races on schedule, or on the calendar. Today, not so much. It's Gateway, a track that in the 2020 cars that in real life they didn't go to with these cars. They went with the next gen cars, but we are able to play the Gen 6 cars on the track, and personally it's one of my more favorite tracks, and some drivers do like it too. It's definitely a very loose racetrack. You have to run a tight setup, so that's usually fun. The tracks that are loose usually bring one of the best racing, especially the key point of this race is going to be the exit of turn 2. Very easy to lose the car there. If you're able to keep the car under you mostly through through the exit of turn 2, you should be pretty fine. Now there is in 3 and 4, if you do, I think it's turn 4, if you are on the apron too much, your car will spin. So, and especially if your car is loose, it's tougher to stay off that apron. So you want your car to be pretty tight, which will be very, very interesting to see. Again, as the run goes on, we're gonna see a lot of people start tight, but over time, cars are gonna get loose. We're gonna see short run cars, and we're gonna see long run cars. That's what we see every time, especially at these tracks that are loose. We see a lot of guys that run a 5 or a 6, and like, why not? Let's run it. And we'll see them be fast for the first 5-10 laps, and then once the track starts to get looser, once the tires start to have some wear on them and show some wear, that's where the cars that have the long run set, that have been patient, show up and perform. And we're going to see a mix of that today. Not the next gen cars, obviously. We're running Gen 6. It's on a mile and a half, so we don't have what we had at Texas, where it was like very drafty. But you could, again, work by yourself, and it did get spread out as strategies start to play in. Strategy will be another big factor, just like it is in every race. Somehow, some way, strategy is going to be one of the main talks of the race. But today, it's not the huge thing. It's not what's going to split up the field. It's here because we have a little bit of braking or a lot of off-throttle time. That's where we see kind of... I don't want to necessarily say skill, because, you know, some people just aren't good at these types of tracks. But these are where we see a lot of the field spread. not as big as the road courses. The road courses are their own beast, and we'll see them later in the season. But these tracks, Gateway is kind of like a short track, but shaped like Homestead or Darlington. Yeah, it races like a short track, but it's shaped like Homestead or Darlington. So, how will that play into it? A lot. That will play a lot into it. We see a lot of short tracks. They are tracks that are just naturally loose tracks. Martinsville, Richmond are just two the come off the top of my head of tracks that are loose short tracks. Um, and those usually bring on the long run arguably the best racing. Now, mind you, if you get to the long run, those are, short tracks are known for not being able to get to the long run. Thankfully, the track isn't as short as a short track. It's about a mile and a half or so. So it's not like everyone's all bunched into one spot. There's enough room to go for people. Turn one's definitely gonna be you're gonna see a lot of people throw it in there and try to gain up as much time as possible, hit the brakes, get the car rotate, and then at the start we'll see them slam the throttle, but over time you'll see the more throttle you put in, the more the car gets loose off the exit of the corner. Again, something to watch out for. I'll be watching out for that all night, and as a fan, you should too. But yeah, Texas, we saw Isaiah Hines, or It's Spexy, in the 45 car. He won. Just a good story. He was banned the week before that. Got unbanned, was able to race Miami, had a great run there, and Texas. He didn't stay up at the front of Texas mostly. It was mainly because other people's issues that he got caught up in, but he was able to work his way back up, get the strategy right, and win the race. And it was just such a good story after we saw Hendrick or Kate Almond win the 500. Then Heredia won Miami. That wasn't really much of a surprise, but it was a good race. It's not like Heredia just blew the field out. No, it was still a good battle that was happening there. So yeah, one thing that I think is almost guaranteed is it will be a good race. It'll be an interesting race. How will strategy play out? We haven't necessarily seen caution fests of races. We've seen a lot of people show up, but there hasn't been like a lot of wrecks, which allows for long green flag runs, and that is a good thing. Just for tire wear, I've said, when it comes to tire wear, when it comes to getting loose, when it comes to the car, like car control, this is one of the better tracks. Again, the loose tracks like Indy, Richmond, Martinsville, they're usually, for a driver that can handle it, usually the most fun. But they're also the most fun to watch, just because everyone's gonna be sliding, everyone's gonna be out of control, and it's who is able to be in the most control, or who's able to drive their car on the brink of out of control. So definitely it takes a lot of skill to do that. It's not just easy to run when you're completely sideways facing the inside wall, but that's what we're going to see a lot of. Guys facing the inside wall. Whether they end up wrecking or not, we don't know. But hey.
He asked if we were qualifying when we told him we were qualifying. So, he's sure. If you want to watch the stream, it's on our YouTube.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm not like behind, and I want to make sure the race isn't started yet. Oh yeah, it has. Or it almost has. I'm just quickly doing something there. We'll be we'll be in there in like the end of lap 1. My bad. I didn't just get sent to. Well, I got sent to stream like right now.
We have the two backflashes at the front, so it's like if you subscribe, clearly your top thing.
They are underway. I am watching again Tactical Shot stream, or the 2 car. He starts in 14th. It said 13th for a second because he was ahead of the car on his. He was ahead of AJ, who's on his inside. Looks pretty clean for now. I can't see much because it's only one POV, but we'll be in there again. We'll be in there by the end of lap 1 or 2. Don't turn 3 right now. Alright. Yeah, pretty clean. Everyone's just kind of gonna try to sit in a rhythm and chill out right now because there's still a long ways to go in the race. I keep forgetting that it's not my wheel that I have to control. It looks like Tanner in the 24 car is in the lead, followed by Heredia, Hendrick, and the 44. Drum roll, please. Zach, or Zachariah Preston. I think that's what he's called in the thing, but that's his actual name. Leaking out actual names, but okay. Anyways, Svexy in the 45. Svexy in the 95. He was in the 45 last week. He's now moved over to the 95 just because the 45 is not in the Gen 6 version of the game. He has Boom. I think that's Boom. Yeah, that's Boom on his outside now. He's. I thought he was gonna make a move on Shake. He hasn't. They're still side by side though between Boom and Svexy. 4, 6 this is, and then Jackson behind them. Electric is I don't know why I got that confused for a second. Alright, whatever, we're fine. Caution is out. Apparently the 36 lagged is what I'm hearing. So anyways, that puts us under caution for the first time in Gateway, race number 4 of the season. Yeah, Tanner will lead us into the pits pretty much. Everyone's gonna be single file, no one's gonna be. I don't think you're supposed to be side by side. We're going to see a whole line of cars. And now here's where the first little nugget, I guess, of strategy is going to come in. Do you want to risk it on 2? We have a little bit of laps on these tires. You can do it and gain track position. Just if it goes green, you might be screwed. But if there's a caution right after, you can get back on the same strategy. You can gain 10, 20 positions. Or will everyone just take 4 and not try to roll the dice doing something else? Looks like the 42 did. Only one car did though, and that's the 42, as I said. Tanner is gonna come out in second. I'm trying to figure out who the 42 is. Just trying to memorize the names. 42 was in the Pack Racing fan, Kyle. Right? Packers fan. I cannot read. Oh my god. Packers fan. That's Packers fan. Oh my god. I keep forgetting the name. Alright, Packers fan, Kyle. Alright, we got it. We got it. Okay. Kyle will lead us in. Not the research zone. The choose cone is on the entrance of 1. Think of it as like Homestead 2 weeks ago. That's basically what the choose cone is. That's been mostly what the choose cone has been. At least looking like, but if you want the bottom, take the access road. If you want the top, stay on the track. It looks like the 42 of Kyle's gonna be on the inside, and Tanner in the 24 is gonna be on the outside. Remember at Miami 2 weeks ago, that's what it was. Well, this really goes all the way back to the start of the season. I want to tell this quick story. But at Daytona, Tanner got a penalty for stuff that he was doing. He made a little joke and said that Exalta had stepped away from him for a couple races, so he's running a test car to show that he has like no sponsors. So funny little story, I guess. Anyways, coming back to the green, 42 of Kyle will lead us back. Well, we're back underway in Gateway. Kyle on the old tires just went wide, hit Tanner up, and as you hear the roar of, what, 30 odd engines, 25 engines, get up to speed. Kyle is going all the way up the track. That's the 42 of Kyle. Again, the strategy not working out for him. Heredia now takes the lead from Tanner. Oh, crash. Car in the wall in the back. No one else is involved from my knowledge. It was just the 51. Tanner's all the way up the track. Here comes the 17 of Electric. And here comes Zach peeking for second, actually. 42 still is up by the wall. Just not... The car does not have the grip that everyone else does. And the 51 has a lot of damage from that. You just saw him in flame. I think you'll see him in flame again. No, you won't. But he has a lot of damage in that 51 car all the way back there. I don't know who that is. We'll figure that out later. Meanwhile, in the front, Heredia has gone out to an early lead. Tanner trying to at least keep him honest. Maybe not push and try to pass him, but at least keep him honest. Try to, you know, break away from everyone else and stay in touch, because staying in touch is actually so important when we come to these tracks where the swings of tire wear are so big that one moment your car can be tight, the next moment it can be loose. So it's very prone for people to make mistakes, and if you keep yourself in the hunt, you can win a stage or the race depending on where you are. Electric has moved up in the third. Zach is settled in fourth. And it looks like Boom in fifth. That will round out your top five. Last week's winner, Spexy, or Isaiah Hines, is in P6. Again, everyone near the front is all kind of settled in, chilling. Well, we go all the way to the back. Well, maybe not the back, but the middle of the field. I'm trying to scroll through and find, but like... The 9 car, last place on the outside. The 48 is ahead of him. Looks like the 2 cars behind him. That is Tactical Strap, the guy who I've streamed. That is Tactical Strap is in 14th. So the 9 and the 48 are in 13th and 14th. Anyways, the lap 12 we're coming to now. Car looks like clipped the wall. The 19's also scraping the wall. Everyone's got to watch out for each other's braking zones in turn 1, because a lot of people send it deeper. Some people will opt for a more laid-back approach in turn 1. It really depends on your style, but either way, you do definitely have to watch out for people braking early or sending it in, and that can cause accidents or make people mad. This track, again, kind of drives like a short track, so tempos, will they flare like a short track? We'll see at the end of this race. At the end of 100 laps. The 9 is last place. He's currently in 14th. Definitely not last right now. I'm trying to just look through. It looks like the 48 kind of missed the corner. There's many different ways you can run turn 3 and 4. You can kind of try to whip the bottom right by the white line. You can kind of try to enter high, and as you go through the corner, get lower and lower and lower until you get to the white line, and then just lap the white line. And you get a lot of exit speed from that, but you definitely do leave yourself prone to being passed or sent. And then there's just kind of what some people might be doing is just following other people and just figuring out how to make the corner. Some people will see lines like this where they don't hit the bottom at all. They're not near the white line at all. They're kind of just taking a more conservative line. That may not be the fast line, but it's the one that's not going to get you wrecked in the end there. Looks like a pack up ahead. I'm going to try to cut to it. Last place is actually in 13th. Whatever. Back up to the lead. The top 3 are about evenly spread out. If not, Tanner is a little bit closer to Electric than Heredia. Tanner's kind of fallen off Heredia right now. It just looks like Heredia's kind of been able to lead so far. Again, how will we see kind of people change over time, or we see cars come in and out. Last Gen 6 race, which was Homestead 2 weeks ago, we saw Shake lead early, but then as the race went on, we saw players like Heredia, Spexy, Mufasa, Jackson all kind of make their way into the front and stay in the front. Jackson was going through a lot that race. He started in second, and he got wrecked early, came back up, and Pusher got wrecked again, then came back up, and he was battling for the win at the end of that race. Jackson currently sits getting sent by Cody the Bear. There he is, all the way up the track. He was running good, and now he's kind of not where he wants to be. But he does have a gap behind them. So yeah, Shake just ahead of him. Then it goes Hendrick further ahead, and then Svexy, who currently sits in the 6th position. So this is right around, if you do the math, about 9th Jackson is. So yeah, that's... Anyways, back up to the front. Back further up to the front. We see kind of Zach sitting in. Just a lot of these guys really are kind of chilling, and that's what you have to do. When you want to kind of find the position where you like to be, that's not necessarily... Yeah, you're not going necessarily 100%, you're more kind of holding stuff back to make sure you're not wrecking later in the run. So you're kind of being a little bit easy on your stuff, but usually you want to find a position, usually in the top 5. Oh, Electric missed the corner, but a position in the top 5 that you like, and then you kind of just chill there until the long run kicks in. Then you start to push more and more and more until people's cars start to fall off ahead of you. I cannot pronounce words right now. And you just capitalize, and that's what we're gonna see a lot of later in the run. We have about, this is coming to lap 20, so we have about 19 down of this 100 lap race. Again, a pretty short race, to be honest, but yeah, it just looks like you can kind of see the gaps starting to form between cars. You can kind of see who is really going to be who's really going to be competing for the win at the end of the stage, and who won't be. Now, talking about stages, let's go and try to find the stage lengths, because I'm pretty sure we can easily find that in like one of these channels. Up here. Yep, 25, 50, 100. So we're coming to the end. Definitely that pit stop kind of ruined a lot of the strategy. Oh man, car in the wall. I saw it on Tax Stream. I couldn't tell who it was. It may have been the 19, for all I know. Anyways, we go back to near the front. We have a nice battle kind of forming for seconds. Boom has kind of been able to just quietly, methodically work his way up, and... Is this for second? Tanner left, or lagged out. Or he's still in the race, and we don't know this. I'm so confused. I'm trying to look and see. Anyways, I don't know if I have no invite, so I can actually try that out. Anyways, Heredia is coming to lap 23 of 25, so at the completion of 25 will be the end of the stage. The 42 who either took 2 or took none under the first caution, he's gone a lap down now. Not the strategy that he wanted, and he is really struggling out there. Heredia has gapped the field and is looking for a pretty uncontested stage 1 victory. We go in further in the field. Carman is right behind the 9 car. Looks like the 19 and the 2 are behind him. This is about 13th place where Carman sits. He's trying to close in on the 9. Again, stage points not handed out for 13th or 12th, so you'd have to go up a couple more to Jackson, who's in 9th, I'm pretty sure, and that would get you to Anyway, stage 1 winner hoodie. I kind of missed that. That was my fault. I thought there was like one more lap left. I didn't look down. Anyways, Heredia is the stage 1 winner. It looks like Electric in second and Zach, not Jack, Zach in third. Jeez. I don't know what's happened in the 48. Looks like he just kind of, I don't know if he broke later than people and tried to swerve to avoid and not put him on the bottom, but he was just there. Anyways, pits were closed, so we'll be going around another time as people try to get fully caught up. I'm trying to see if... Oh, yeah. Now, I'm gonna quickly do something. Do I have another invite? No. So, if we try to leave and we join, we just can't. I got confirmation. Tanner's still in the race, so he got second in the stage. Electric got third. Zach got fourth. Alright, there we go. That got sorted out. I was trying to listen in and see what was exactly happening, because I was a little, well, I know that glitch, it's just a little kind of annoying. Everyone's gonna be into the pits led by Heredia. I think the 42 is still a lap down. I will have to give you an update on that later. Anyways, I can get confirmation. The 77 is out of the race. I'm 99% sure the 77 is out of the race. But yeah. If you want to wonder where Tanner is, just look on the restart. If you see like a gap in between a car, or if you see like a place where a car is supposed to be but there is no car and it's just like no one there, that's where Tanner is. There's a little glitch on the game where it lags someone out when you're watching the race, so it'll say on your screen that they're not in the race anymore, even though they are. So right now Tanner's still in the race, it's just we can't see him. He's in second right now. We know because there's a gap between the 6 and the 17. But when we get green, the only way I can tell where he is if he's leading, or if he's right beside Tactical Strap. Unless I can find another stream like Electrics. Actually I probably should do that right now. I want to see if I can find like Electric stream, if he has one up. I think he will. I think he will. He hasn't linked it, so they're getting ready to choose while I try to figure out something. Pretty sure I'm gonna go and I'm trying to find Electric stream, so give me like a minute. Am I not following him? Damn. They are choosing who has picked the bottom. Electric is not streaming, from what I can tell. Fun. Very fun. Anyways, time to close that tab. Oh, I actually, whoops, whoopsie. That's fine. I can just pull up the stream back up. Anyways, Tanner's leading the outside. You can't see him for reasons the game would have to explain. But he's there on the outside. Zach is behind him. Electric is behind Heredia, getting ready to lead us back to green. Is Heredia in the 6th car on the bottom, as everyone gets up to speed. That's here the roar of the engines. caught up high in the back. You could hear the roar of the crowd as the engines started to get up. Well, as the car started to get up to speed, the engines started to get louder. That's what is happening right now. Heredia currently leads. Electric right behind him. Oh, I think Tanner is, he's right around Zach. He's at, yeah, I think he's behind Zach. So, confirmation. I'm gonna give like a Tanner update, like middle of like the points in the race. Yeah. Anyways, Svexy and Boom side by side for what is 5th, I think. I'm gonna try to, yeah. Here these two are. Will Svexy try to side draft? No. Boom's gonna get back clear. Svexy will fall back in. Shake behind them. And then Hendrick is further behind them. The Daytona 500 winner. Daytona 250 winner. However you like it to be said. Most of the people single file. Until we get kind of nearing the back here. AJ is not having a race he wanted. He was talking in Discord before the race on how he hasn't really been competing for wins this year, which is definitely very interesting. But yeah, having another just kind of day he doesn't want. He'll probably figure he'll probably find some speed in that car and get back up to somewhere near the front, but not having the day he wants, not having the season he wants so far. If we try to scroll further back, we had the 3 car back with the 42 and 51. I'm pretty sure all 3 of these cars have had some sort of issue that has put them back here. That isn't pace, but that does probably play into it. That was very mean. That was very mean. Anyways. Back up to the front. Back up to the front. Heredia currently still leads. If I had to give a guess on where Tanner is, it is in one of 2 places. He's either behind Shake or behind Heredia. That is a difference of about 5 positions, so he could be anywhere. Anyways, one thing we do know is Heredia is the leader. We do know he probably has a decent gap. Again, it is now we're coming to lap 35 of 50 in the stage. I'm pretty sure this might be this. Anyways, I'll just over here. I think from what my knowledge is of... Hold on, I'm just trying to like do something.
Sorry, Boom, I got stuff for it.
Zach apologizing to Boom, where that is, you can see, I'm gonna try to get to Zach. There Zach is, right ahead of Boom. It looks like, again, here's the start of the talk of getting loose off the corner, as I've said. Off of 2 was exactly where he got loose. I'm guessing he just got loose and hit Boom. That's usually what happens. It's good to apologize though. Just even though it wasn't like even though you didn't mean to do it, it's better to apologize than have that guy mad thinking you tried to do it. Because that's what a lot of people do think in these times. Anyways, there's kind of like a 4-car pack. Zach got passed and he just got freight trained. Hendrick not really able to keep up right now, and Jackson behind him. This 4-car train, 4 good cars. A lot of these cars are good up at the front. Not surprising. These are a lot of guys we see every week compete for the win, and especially on like these style of tracks where it's not, where the draft isn't the biggest thing you need. It's more on actually how you run the track and the strategy that you play. So that is what's being shown front and center. Pass for I think this is 6th. Zach on the inside of Shake. I'm trying to get back up to Heredia. Oh, Jackson is around.
That's one or two, sorry, six.
That is 2 cars. Someone jammed someone the opening of the wall. Yeah, that's a unique thing. There's an opening right there, right as you see, an opening. Why is that in the track? I have no clue why it's on the backstretch wall. Don't ask me. But the fun thing is, if you really don't like someone, you can pin them into the wall there, because you know it's not always like that. So in the opening, you can kind of, if you're on the inside of someone, you can kind of move them closer to the point where they hit the opening of the wall and wreck most of the time. Yeah, like you see here, you see this opening, you can kind of move up, and right there it comes back and they'd hit the wall. So if you really want to do that and have some fun or have some laughs, you can do that. Public lobbies, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty popular thing. I haven't ran public lobbies at Gateway in a while, but yeah, in league races that's usually frowned upon. But apparently someone, I don't know if it was on accident or not, like an honest accident, because it is sometimes tough to misjudge that, but well, tough to judge that. But yeah, someone got forced into the opening and wrecked. 2 cars wrecked to be exact, but one of them wrecked, and I'm guessing collected another one. Anyways, Herodia's still in Herodia land in P1 right now, where he was in Miami. This time he's not really that much contested. He's kind of in his own world. I joked Herodia land, and that's where he finds himself a lot in these races. Just kind of has his gap, is able to sit and chill. And especially races that don't involve draft, it's really tough to keep up when someone is just on another level. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, now if this race comes down to like a 5-10 lap shootout, I would not count out anyone from this race. But if it's a long run to the end, this 6 car is going to be the one to beat as he misses the corner completely. Commentator's jinx. Commentator's curse, that's what it's called. Anyways. Actually, let's take a lap with Herodia in a second. We're coming to lap 44, so you're not missing anything exactly. Anyways, here we go. Here's gonna be a lap on board of Herodia. I'll kind of walk you through. You want to kind of sail it off in, move up a bit, get back on the throttle, not fully, because you can easily spin. You can hear the engine. Now he's put the throttle down. He kind of waits, making sure he doesn't get loose or too loose. This corner's a little different. You kind of want to run kind of seam and then ease in and get the run off the corner, get right by the white line, pick up the throttle, I mean you're in the throttle, and carry the momentum through the corner. And that's basically a lap around Gateway. As you see, the 42 is going a lap down right now. But that's kind of the science, I guess you could say, of running a lap at Gateway. You kind of want to diamond turn 1, and then turn 3 and 4, you want to have kind of a later apex to maximize the run off the corner. The only issue is, again, you're susceptible to being passed or sent, which is, yeah. So we might see people, if it comes down to someone being bumper to bumper, on the last lap, we might see someone go defensive. Anyways, coming lap 46 of 100 in this race and of 50 in this stage. We're closing in. The 42's gone another lap down. Well, he's gone a lap down again. I think he's 1 lap down now, but because I think he got his lap back. But anyways, I know something in my stomach. Anyways, we have a nice battle that I want to cover. I just went the wrong way to cover it though. Anyways, Boom's gonna move past Electric, and it looks like just a little too much contact from Strexy made Electric have to lift, or he was gonna wreck. And here comes Zach to the inside of Strexy and to the inside of Electric, and here comes Shake not too far behind. These guys, you can throw them under a blanket.
Sean, you didn't spin, did you?
I'm sorry about that.
Lap 47, coming to 48. We're closing in quickly on the end of the stage. The intensity is starting to ramp up. The drivers know it's starting to ramp up. They need to get more points. You're just trying to add on to get as much points as you can, and how you do that, you get a better position. That's what these guys are fighting for right now. Who can get the best position possible? These guys all want to beat each other, but only one can. Oh, contact. I don't know what AJ is saying, but it looks like there's enough passing when you get around the track. There's enough passing. It's not like this race has been an absolute snooze fest. It's definitely been pretty solid, I would say. It's not terrible. It's probably not the best race. Anyways, 49 of 50. So I think white flag, the last lap of the stage. To the end of 50. Okay, one more lap. Coming to the white flag. This time by for Heredia. AJ was saying how it should have been normal for the draft to encourage passing. And then I forget who chimed in and said maybe if people kept up with Heredia, there'd be more passing. And do I agree with that? Yes, a bit. I mean, it's not easy to keep up with Heredia, but I mean, if you scan through the field just for 1 second, you can see, and especially a lot of good battles, good hard battles. There's a lot of people taking it patient. That started off turn 4, though. Heredia looking to sweep the stages in St. Louis. Heredia is going to win stage 2, and you're going to hear him back off the throttle as stage 2 is now over. Where did... now, I can't say Boom got second, because I need to figure out where Tanner is. But once everyone gets lined up, I can easily figure that out. If Boom goes straight to the back bump, there we go. Yeah, Boom did get second. That was a battle for a second that we saw. The 48 is doing the common... was doing just whatever he was doing for some odd reason.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go around, Scotty.
On the outside.
This time I won't kill you, I promise.
I'm trying to figure out what Tanner is, but he's not visible on stream, on TAC stream. TAC isn't also in the best position. He's in 14th. Anyways, pits will close that time, so we're gonna have pits open this time.
Are you fucking kidding me? I just got wrecked under caution.
Oh, someone got wrecked under caution. Someone's not happy. It's fun being in the booth because you can just laugh when people get mad instead of being the one getting mad. Alright, so clarification on the backstretch opening incident. I'm gonna turn down the volume because I hear that way too clearly. Anyways, it sounded like Jackson went down off of 2, either getting loose or to let by as pits are open, and everyone's coming in obviously. And apparently, Jackson came back up the track and started pinching the guy on his outside. I don't know who the guy on his outside was. I don't recognize the voice, but pinched him into the opening and ended up wrecking himself. So, yeah. Anyways, a lot of anger already for about the middle of the pack. The front of the pack's pretty tame for now. It's just everyone's wondering how can I keep up with that 6 car, as everyone's gonna be making their adjustments. We're coming to stage 3, so you're gonna have about 1 pit stop if it goes green the whole way. 1 pit stop to figure all the adjustments that is needed to beat the 6 car, and for Heredia, the adjustments to make him unbeatable. If he wasn't unbeatable already. This is the best time to make any big adjustments. You get a lot of time to make them. And wow, Boom beats him off. What a job by Boom's pit crew. What a job by the 88 crew. Gets him out in P1. That was huge. Again, track position is going to be key, especially on the 6 car. And Boom now is going to have control of the restart.
He has to be in the Discord or the party.
Someone in the grass. There's a couple cars in the grass in the back as they're exiting the access road off of pits. Now, what will we see? How important was getting past, Boom getting past already? Well, now he gets to control the restart. He gets to go anytime he wants to in the restart zone, which we'll see is the kind of box that is drawn out down the front stretch here. You can go anytime in that if you are the control car, if you're the leader. You see the restart zone kind of thing? That is anytime he can go. Next time he'll be able to go anytime in that restart zone. Now he gets to control. He'll probably get clear of Heredia if Heredia doesn't hit it perfectly. Now that's if Heredia picks the opposite lane. Boom's gonna pick the bottom. Heredia's gonna pick the outside. No bueno. Heredia taking the front row. Now it's if Boom can get clear of Heredia, this can be big. This can be important. If Heredia's able to give him a good battle and able to succeed on the outside, now that will be something. But yeah, if you put Heredia in traffic, just even a car ahead of him, he becomes a lot more beatable. If you just let him set his own pace and run away, you can kiss that win goodbye. We're coming to the green with on lap 55 we'll turn to. We are coming to the completion of 54. It took about a couple laps for us to get all sorted back up. Now, Boom, the 88 car is the control car in the restart zone on the inside. He'll get to go anytime in the restart zone he likes. And now it's gonna be, can Boom get a good restart or will Heredia beat him? Boom gets a great restart, able to gap Heredia by a car length already. Heredia will get in behind Zach. He's already lost a lot of time. He's gonna send it in, try to get the arc. He got clear of Zach. Will Zach try to battle back? No. He tried, but he couldn't get there. And now Boom's up to the lead for the first time. We see someone that's not Heredia in the lead since Tanner, all the way back at the start of the race. Here comes Strexy to the inside of Zach. It looks like the 36 of Carvan is in the middle of 3. Don't know what was happening there. I saw him go up about across 2 lanes of traffic. Do not know what that was. Anyways, Boom leads a lap. Now Heredia on his horse. Oh, he just sent Boom flying through the corner. That's not gonna be. Boom's not gonna like that. And here comes Zach trying to get a piece, maybe the lead. And now. This is a great start we already see. Zach going to the lead. Oh, he kind of missed the corner. That forces Boom to run higher. Here comes Electric peeking to the inside. Zach, contact. Boom goes higher up the track. He had to brake a lot. He was almost in the wall. And Boom lost a lot of track position. Heredia now back up in the third. They're still side by side for the lead. Watch out for the safer barrier. Oh, man. Contact freedom. And Boom is around. And now Heredia is into the lead. Electric still hanging tough on his outside. Who will Zach go with? It's Strexy's behind them. How about AJ? Heredia able to roll the bottom. Will he be able to get clear? He's going to force his way clear. No. Electric battles back on the outside. Contact. 17 that time by. Now Heredia's going to throw it into the corner. Heredia driving really aggressive, trying to use all the track that he can, maximize the pace that he can. It's not enough though. Oh, the Electric in the wall. Don't know if that was contact from the 6 or just by himself. Now Heredia's back into the lead and he has a gap this time. Will Zach have anything to say? If Zach will get clear, that'll be good. But Electric battling back on the outside. And now Heredia is gapped. It looks like Zach kind of let Electric in, understanding what the situation is. If they battle too hard, you can kiss the win goodbye. If they play it smart, which they are trying to do right now, they can still keep up with Heredia, they just cannot allow him to lead. As much as you might be like, oh, I want to save my stuff, you cannot let the 6 car lead. We've already seen what chilling out behind the 6 car has done with Tanner. He just completely got Tanner over the course of a long run. If you can get even a car ahead of him to slow him down, to make his work a little bit tougher, that's what is needed. 17 of Electric kind of missed the corner. He's going to get a better run off, though. Yeah, we see Cody LeBeo's now moved up in the 4th. Pretty solid day for him. He hasn't been near the front much this race, but he's worked his way up here, and when it comes time, the guys that are able to be good at the right time will be the guys that walk away with the most wins. And Cody LeBeo is showing that he can do that. That's what I meant to say. Anyways, back up front, I guess. Yeah, Heredia's just gapped Electric a little bit. Electric's trying too hard, it looks like. He's just kind of missing the corners. Even if it's a tiny bit, it's losing him hundredths of a second, but hundredths of a second that he probably won't get back unless a mistake from the 6 car. The further Heredia gets away, the harder it is for Electric, Zach, Cody, Hines to even catch him, get close to him even. Yeah, we saw that on stream. Zach got tagged from Electric and it sent him up into Boom. Boom almost hit the wall, had to really avoid it, and Boom, I know he's probably not too happy with that. Don't know who he's exactly going to be mad at, but Zach was just trying to clarify his view of the race, or of that incident. Boom running around with heavy damage, back with the 3 car right now, not the place he wants to be after doing so good, being so calm. Just it all kind of unravels. Just that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. It doesn't always work out, and sometimes you just have to understand this is not my race. Maybe next time it is. Boom's had a lot of frustrating results, or frustrating moments this season. After qualifying on pole in Miami, he had an up and down day, had a shot for the win, then Cody LeBeo sent him up the track, put him in the wall, and that ended his hopes there and then. Talking about someone who's been able to overcome adversity, at least last week. This week he's kind of had a more tame, quiet race, but that's Spexy in the 95. He hasn't really done much. He hasn't really done much this race. He's kind of been chilling right around the top 5. No problem with that. Just usually that. I mean, he's had a pretty quiet day, but a good quiet day. He's had enough pace, and yeah, he's had enough pace to keep up. And if stuff falls his way, gets a late race caution, able to play the strategy right, who knows? He'd be walking away in victory lane for the 2nd week in a row. Heredia has flexed his muscles on these Gen 6 tracks so far. The 2 tracks that we've had so far, Homestead and this one, he has absolutely washed the field. Well, maybe not washed, but he has led the majority of both races, and he has washed the field today. It looked like for a moment there was hope that someone else would win. Now it's all down to strategy. Now, it's up to, will Heredia make a mistake? We're coming to lap 67 of 100, about 2/3 of the way there. Yeah, we're 34 to go. It is still very open. Tactical Strap, I want to mention him for a second. I've been monitoring the stream obviously for a lap count, but one thing I have noticed, here he is. I want to kind of give him his flowers. Well, I feel like it's appropriate to. He's in 11th right now. That is the highest I've seen him all day. He's about to move up in the 10th right now. Just a good day overall for this 2 car. Has been able to kind of mind his own business, have a solid day, and look at he's battling with Shake, and Shake is not bad at this track at all. Shake is a pretty good driver, and to be able to be right near him is actually just a good, it means you're doing something right. And right now it looks like Tack is doing something right, and that is just absolutely nice to see. Didn't get 10th though. He wasn't able to move up in the 10th, but he's still in the 11th. Oh, and he misses the corner. Oh man, commentator's curse. Anyways, he's still gonna battle back though. We kind of scroll through the field. 19 obviously going for a move. Jackson's had a lot of controversy, not really pleasing too many people. What the heck is he doing? Anyways, I swear, if you want entertainment, just cut to Jackson at any point in the race, and he'll do something that will just entertain you. You might not like it, but you cannot argue it is entertaining, and especially when you're not the one that is in the controversy. When you can kind of just sit back and watch from a spectator's view. I mean, he tried the pit last lap. Oh, he did it again! Oh, he tried the pit last lap, he missed the access road, and here now, he tries the pit, goes wide, then goes low, and now he's into the pits. Finally. Only took him 2 tries to get there. Oh, 42, save it, buddy, he did! Wow, what a save from the 42. Battle between Zach and Cody. Zach has the inside line, Spexy behind them, they both move up. Spexy trying to follow in the footsteps of Zach. It looks like Electric's been able to keep the gap even with Heredia. Just the gap is just a little too big to do anything about, really. Now Cody trying to battle back on Zach. Zach able to fend that off that time. Now it's going to allow Spexy to gain, as it looks like Cody got a little tight, had to lift out the throttle, and that lost him a bit of time. This battling's allowed the 95 to get back up. How about AJ having a solid day? You see him in the bright green car, if I can find him. There he is. Bright green car. Hendricks trying to work at him for... I don't know what position this is, to be honest. I think this is 6th, but I could be wrong. Hold on. Yeah, this is 6th, I think. Unless Tanner is somewhere lurking here. He probably is. Yeah. Actually, I can check that because Tack is in this pack, so... Yes. Tanner is about in between these 2 packs. I just saw a black test car. So yeah, Tanner is there. But this is the battle for 7th then. Yeah. They're 3 wide. Oh, there's a little bit of contact that looks like between Shake and the 48. 48 is I Allen. Or Luke Allen, as he is called. Anyways, AJ has able to get big. Jesus Christ, has able to gain track position and put himself in a solid position. Again, I mentioned how I think it was in the middle of stage 2 on how he was not in the best position, and then somehow out of nowhere he gained track position, and now he's in a better position. Maybe not a battle for the win, but it's a battle for something. It's a battle for P8. Or 7 to be exact. Anyways, 48 of Allen on the outside. It looks like Taxter's inside. Someone's in the pits. 51. I just had a Joe Biden moment. Anyways, nice little battle here for 2nd. Zach has gotten clear of Electric. Electric just didn't... It didn't look like he could run down Heredia. It didn't look like anyone can so far. Now it's up to Zach. Can he can Cody behind? Electric's just gonna try to stay with these guys and bring himself into a shot for P2. Or keep himself into a shot for P2. Apparently someone said allied lawnmowers, so we can only guess what's happening with the 48 car right now. Yeah, let's kind of scroll through the field, see what kind of action. Well, instantly we get action. Svexy is in the pits. This is the first bit of strategy. We saw him go to one of the longest. He was the second longest at Texas. The 19 went a lap longer than him, but this time he's doing what Zach did and pitting very early, trying to get the undercut, trying to get the fresh tires earlier so he can run the fast laps earlier. But later in the run, when everyone else pits, he's going to have older tires, so everyone's going to be faster throughout the run. It's a short-term gain, long-term loss. It's a long-term loss, not as big as the gain. That's the strategy that we're seeing play out. Let's kind of try to find. Let's see. Zach has not responded to that. He is still out here. Heredia hasn't really extended the gap much. Cody's gone by Zach, and Electric's behind them. Tack is up in the ninth now with all the pit stops. Whoa, man. Him and Carman are having their own wreck off there. They're trying to wreck, it looks like. And it looks like also Electric is in. Does anyone follow him from further behind? Not anyone in frame, at least. And now Carman does. He signaled, it looked like, as he was getting loose, so interesting decision. Now, he was kind of the cover off of Svexy. We'll see some people go long, be like, I'm not covering off the 95, I'm doing my own strategy. And some people be like, I can't lose too much time to him, I have to pit now. Or it's just a strategy. But it's probably both, a mix of both. But yeah, now we're going to see the 17 come out compared to the 95. Yeah. So Zach is in. I did not see him go by, so we can basically confirm Zach has pitted. Now where is the 95 on track? There is the 95 on track. He's got to go the longer way around. Electric can kind of lift the access road. Come out. Oh, he's not up to speed. Svexy's gonna get him. By how much though? And we're gonna see Zach come out here in a second. I will cut to him actually. Just cause yeah. Where is he? There he is. He's coming out now. There's that's not, sorry. That is Hendrick, my bad. Anyways, he comes out pretty, what the? Alright, this is a little bit confusing. I think he took 2, if I had to guess. We are on lap 82. Anyways, I think everyone else besides Heredia, the main guys, has pitted. Cause I'm pretty sure. Yep, Cody's in right now. So we'll see how he comes out. Does he take 2? Does he take 4? What's the strategy? Because we saw the 95 and the 17 both take 4. I'm guessing the 44 took 2. Now what does the 78 take? We'll see by the pit stop. If it's about an 8-second pit stop, we know he took 2. If it's a 15 to 16-second pit stop, we know he took 4. It's going to be very interesting. We're also going to see, yeah, there's Zach. He definitely took 4. He's coming out now. He's going to be easily passed. Oh yeah, he's far past, but he's gonna, mind you, he is going to have, for the rest of the race, he's gonna have new tires. He's gonna have newer tires than the cars ahead of him. So how will that factor into all of this? Anyways, talking about factoring and stuff, Heredia hasn't pitted. People are getting undercuts on him. I'm guessing he's just gonna stay out. Tack is in, but I'm guessing he's just gonna stay out and run it long. Tack is pitting from the 5th place. He had a tiny bit of an issue getting on, but I think he made it onto the pits pretty solidly. Now the question is, what does Heredia take? Does he go long and take 2? Does he go long? Does he pit soon and take 4? I feel like 4 is almost off the cards. With the speed of his car, I think it could be possible. But why would you put yourself in that much stress? Have to put yourself in that much? I think he's just with what he's gonna do. I think he's going long and taking 2. The 42 is up in the wall. He has found the outside wall. Don't know how, but he has. You see 2 cars up ahead of him, up ahead of Heredia, side by side. Heredia is in now. he does not clip the glass, which is good. Doesn't slow him down. Able to roll through the access road pretty nicely. Now, as he gets slowed down the pace speed, looks like you could see he sped up there a bit. It looks like he took a little bit too conservative an entry, lost a bit of time. Is that gonna be a factor? Maybe. He had a big enough gap to the point where I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. But that is something to look out for. If he does lose this race, or if he does lose a lot of time, we'll know where that time was lost. It looks like Hendrick is following him in. I mean, it's not a bad strategy to follow the guy that is leading the race and has dominated the race pretty much. So we'll see what the strategy is. He took 4, I think. Yeah, he took 4. He took 4, definitely. Yeah. So he went long and took 4. He's gonna come out. He's not gonna be up to speed. That's gonna allow Electric and Specs to get by him. Now here's the question. We are on lap 87. About. There's a couple people have not pitted. The 19 is the notable one. Boom is coming out of the pits now, but the 19 is the leader right now. Yes, he is. I just had to confirm. That's what I saw. But anyways, we always saw just up in flame there. Hood has gotten by the two drivers of Spexy and Electric. Where is this? There we are. Now, can Heredia run down 42 in the wall on the outside there? Can Heredia run down the 44 of Zach? Or will the time run out? We see the 00. From what it looks like, he's on newer tires. He is hounding Zach. Not what Zach wants, but I think his bigger worry than the 0 car is definitely that 6 car. That 6 car is coming in, coming fast. That could be taken so much out of context. Yeah. It's looking like it's gonna be between the 6 and 44 unless someone else has played a strategy worthy enough to win. It looks like, from what I can tell, the 19 is in the pits now, not exiting, is in the pits now. He is what I think is the last one to come in. We see this trend that the 19 has been doing over the last 2 weeks, pitting later. I don't hate the strategy. That's a strategy I tend to do. Now, he won't be too much of a factor, I think, at least for the win, but he definitely is in his own strategy, in his own, I guess you could say, zip code. Confirmation now, Zach is the leader. We can cut to him. There he is. And here is Heredia. Now we see him making contact with the 00 as the 00 is kind of just a lap car in the way. Now here is going to be the pass for the win. Zach is going to have to fend for his life. If he's able to put up a decent fight, these laps are going to be so long for him. As we go on to 92 now, we have, what, 9 to go? It is so much. That would be so long. Just not enough, though. Zach is not able to fend off the 6 car, and Heredia now with that pass is probably in the cat boot seat to win unless some sort of issue. 42 has hit the wall. I wish we had a wall counter on that 42 car because he has hit it a bunch today. Boom is making his move on the 5 car, and you are not seeing the exact same car. They are a tiny bit different. However, they do look the same. There is a huge wreck, and not just through there's a caution. Oh my god. 42 is around. Kyle has not had a good day. It looks like Jackson, I think, was another culprit of the caution. He is up by the wall. I don't know. I think I saw him in the wall. Anyways, the leader is Heredia. Heredia was able to get by Zach. How much does that matter? Not much. Everyone is going to, I'm telling you this now, there is no holding back anything. Any little pace that anyone has, they are going to throw it down right here, right now. some people, we might even see stay out, just to pull some sort of strategy. If we see enough people pull a different strategy, this could bury Heredia. Now, and that would mean if Heredia would have to keep his composure and not overreact or not keep mad. It's definitely going to be interesting to see the strategy. Who will take 2? Who will stay out completely? Who will just take gas? I don't know why you just take gas. Who's going to take 4? I can almost guess the top 10 probably are going to take 4. It's just who else that sees a opportunity to capitalize and is like, you know what, I'm gonna take 2, or I'm gonna take none, and I'm just gonna stay out entirely. Anyways, pits open. We see everyone's coming in for the most part. I don't think anyone has stayed out. Will anyone pull a strategy though? That is the thing. We'll come into lap 95, so if I had to do the math, we're going to restart with 97, or on lap 97, which would mean 4 to go at the line. So we're going to have a 4 to go restart. Everyone is going to take all the wedge out of the car. People have probably been running on 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and now they're going to loosen that car up to the point where it's a 7, 8, or 9. So we're talking going whole percents down to 49%, down to 48%, down to 47% for some people maybe. That is how much wedge is going to be taken out of the car. We're going to see these cars fishtailing it with how loose they're going to be, because they are meant to be basically quali setups at this point. Shake has decided to pull a strategy, so has Boom, and Zach just beat Heredia off the pits. Oh my god. This just got 20 times more interesting. Heredia is now going to restart 4th. Where does he restart 3rd on the bottom? Does he restart 1st on the outside? Does he restart 2nd on the outside? We'll see once the choose cone comes up at the end of, well, in the turn 1. AJ says he's surprised more cars didn't take 2, and I am too. As much as it could be a risk, for some guys, they were running like 15th, 16th, 17th. Why not just pit? Well, why not just take 2 or stay out? Why not pull something to just try to win or try to get a better position? Mind you, Shake was running in around 10th position. He's in 1st right now. Now, it's not going to completely end, but it's a 4-lap shoot. As long as he can hold on and not fall back to like 11th or 12th, he would have net gained from this or broke even. So yeah, Boom, he was running in like 22nd. He's only gonna net win from this. We see the top 2 pick the bottom. We see the next 2 pick the outside, and then the next 3 pick the bottom, and then the next 2 pick the outside. That's a fun pattern. Anyways, we're gonna have 4 to go. Heredia is boxed in. Mind you, there's 2 cars on 2 tires on the bottom. The 38 and 88 are on 2 tires on the bottom. The 44 is on 4. He is on the outside. He is definitely going to have better grip than the inside. However, if Shake can get clear, Shake could have a shot to even win this race. And all eyes are going to be on Heredia. How does he take this? He got beat by Zach off a pit road, and now he has to pass Zach on the same amount of tires and pass 2 other cars on 2 tires. Anyways, here we go. Off turn 4. Shake will lead us into the restart zone. We are back underway for 4 laps at Gateway. Shake went late in the box. Zach was able to get it almost perfectly. Shake's not able to get clear in the turn 1. Shake's gonna break early. Here comes Heredia 3 wide, trying to roll the center. Shake, is he gonna get clear? No. 3 wide for the lead. Zach's got the momentum. They're squeezing. Zach almost into the opening. Halbert on the bottom. Look at that. Jackson just set the 48. Bowling into the corner. They are 4 wide. Here comes Electric to the inside. 4 wide off of 4. 3 to go. Heredia had the edge at the line. Zach is almost even with him now. Here comes Electric soaring into the corner, calling the wall. That's Tack. After having a great day, he got pinned into the wall. Now, well, Zach's gonna have to do something. About this 6 car. He can't let him run away. Hoodie is gonna sail off into the corner. Zach tried a more laid-back approach, trying to more focus on the exit. He's gonna get a better exit. He's gonna get the line with the draft. Here we go. 2 to go. Wreck in the back. Boom is around. No caution. We stay green. Boom. After pulling a strategy, not working out fully how he wanted. How about Shake though on the same strategy? He net gained. I'm pretty sure he's in P5 right now. Now, gap between the top two. Zach has to give it everything. He's got 6 more corners, 6 more attempts to make a move. Here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go in Gateway for Heredia, who's dominated the race. Zach, who's been playing second fiddle for half of the race. Here we go. Turn 1. Electric sailed it off in, bumper to the back of the 6, to no avail. Now, it's going to be 1 more attempt, maybe 2 more attempts for Zach as they go down the back for the final time. Heredia goes defensive. Zach soars it into the corner, trying to move him off the bottom. It's not enough, off turn 4. Heredia is going to bring out the broom and sweep at Gateway. Look out, there's a 78 on the bottom. Heredia wins, Zach in P2. Electric P3, and it looks like Spexy got 4th. I can't tell you if I can't tell you who exactly got 5th. I'm pretty sure it was Shake, but it could have been someone else. Actually, I can look right now.
So just, I went there, so.
Yeah, Shake got 6th. Hold on. Tanner got 2nd.
He got under Jackson and backed out, and I ran into him.
Damn. Anyways, so yeah, Tanner out of nowhere as a ghost car popped up and got 2nd from Zach. Yeah, Boom ended up being 18th after pulling that strategy. Tack got 16th. Not a good day, not the day that he wanted after running around 15th, 14th, 13th, and was at one point in nearing the top 10. Not the best day. Anyways, I want to see if I can get Heredia in for an interview. Can I do that? I don't know. I need to start a party first. Again, just like usual, I'm not in the party. Man, this is being slow. Damn. it's gonna take forever to start a party. Here we go. Close party. I'm just gonna. I don't need the stream anymore. Okay. Let's see. Heredia. I haven't found it, obviously. The question is, does he join? I think he does. I don't know, though. Well, I wait for him to join. I'm gonna pull up the stream, because, yeah, why not?
Well, I'm out of the party. Good stuff, guys.
Later. Oh, I don't know about that.
Tomorrow.
Where is it? Here. Alright. Live chat. How many laps are left? Well, none right now. I wish it had like a timestamp of when it's at. I'm pretty sure it does, but like I haven't paid attention to that. We're just kind of waiting to see if Heredia will join. Do I think he'll join? I don't know. I'll wait a couple minutes, and then after that, we can see. Anyways, I'm gonna leave the Discord, because, yeah, I don't need it anymore. Josh is actually so dumb. Josh was DMing me asking how many laps, and they asked what the league was, even though it's in the title. Anyways, I want to ping Heredia, just one try at pinging Heredia. If he doesn't join, oh well. But party. anyways, I can read out the results. It looks like Heredia, Tanner, Zach, Electric, Spexy, that rounded out your top 5. Then Shake, AJ, Hendrick, Jackson, and Luke Allen in 10th. Anyways, Heredia's here, so Heredia, how was there anything different that you did? Because you were just so much better than the field. How the heck did you do that?
Man, well, I just got track position. I think Tanner was the only one to kind of keep pace with me. I don't know about the long run. I think I was definitely better in the field in the long run, but like the short medium run, the 24 was definitely one that could keep up with me. Well, it was just consistent. I was trying to figure out the line 3 and 4. I didn't touch the game, since last week. So I kind of was trying to figure out the track just a little bit. It took me a little bit, and I finally figured it out. Luckily, that finish was insane. I didn't want him. I met him. I think he sent Shake and me in turn 3. That's how he got the lead a little bit. So I kind of like moved him back, but I never walled him. I never killed him, and it was a insane finish at the line. So. That's a W.
Yeah. So so you were leading most of the race, and then that late race caution happens. You, 2 guys take 2, Shake and Boom, and then Zach beats you off pit road. What is your mindset coming into the last 4 laps of the race?
I'm gonna be honest. Like I thought so much more people were gonna take 2, but luckily we didn't. Nobody else took 2 like as much. It was only 2, and I had a really slow pit stop. So man, I could have probably started in the front row. I think that would have been definitely clear off of 2. I think I would have had a crazy run outside the Shake, but I had a 16.4 my last pit stop. So Justin Haley fan jumped me in. But luckily, we got through 3 wide, and it was just me and Tanner me and Tanner battling, because that was the only car that was really the challenge today. So
yeah, I wish I could have seen the Tanner, because for some reason he just like lagged out on my screen, so I couldn't see him the whole time. Anyways, I'm trying to think of more questions. This is your 2nd win in the season. You are the first multi-time winner. I guess, how do you feel that now you have 2 wins in the bank?
Well, hopefully I keep racing. I know sooner or later my work schedule will become more busy during the summer, so I might not race as much. Maybe later in the season. So I'm trying to get at least as many wins as I can before the playoffs, so I could just build a gap in stage points. Just feeling good. I got really strong, some of my best tracks coming up. I think this one was one of my weaker ones, and Bristol and Rovo are 2 of my favorites, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, for people that didn't know, it's been a pretty good, about 5 days for Heredia, as in NASCAR Heat 5 leagues. Just won a championship and now wins another race. Anyways, I think that's it for all the questions. I want to quickly wrap it up and say thank you guys for watching the stream. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Anyways, for NASCAR wise, we'll be back next week. I haven't even checked the schedule yet, so I don't know what track it is. But yeah. We'll see you guys next week for that. Again, racing throughout the week for the rest of this week and next week before the next NASCAR race. So if you're a fan of the channel or a fan of the league in general, there's a bunch of racing that you can go ahead and watch. But yeah, this will be it for me for this week. However, next week I'll be back in the booth most likely for the next race. This was a fun one. Maybe not the best race, but definitely a fun finish. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys